So you need very little introduction, Mike. So the floor is yours for a few minutes.
Awesome.
Tell us what people can expect on your booth.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was thinking about it the other day. It's going to become a running joke between us that your countdown shows always come about a week too soon for me to give you the big news, right? Like at NAB, I was talking about teasing the fact we had a big upgrade to our USB Fusion capture and mixing device, but I couldn't tell you the details. This time around, we've got a brand new product in a brand new category for Magewell, but we're doing the big reveal next week. So I can't give you the scoop on that yet, but the good news is you guys are booked to come do videos on our booth at the show, so I'm looking forward to seeing you because I'll be able to show you everything then. But you know, that doesn't mean there's not stuff for me to talk about today. We've announced a whole lot of new things over the last couple of months. One of the big ones we're going to be showing is our new Control Hub software, which is our second generation device and stream management software. From a device management standpoint, it lets systems integrators, admins, IT staff, all of those folks remotely configure and control multiple Magewell encoding and decoding streaming IP conversion devices from anywhere in one dashboard. So it's perfect, for example, for a remote production setup where you've got feeds coming in from all sorts of remote sites, but you want to manage them all from back in the studio. You can configure parameters, monitor device status, preview the video, start and stop encoding, even do batch firmware upgrades in between events, all from one dashboard. The other thing it can do is streaming protocol conversion. So SRT is a big deal, obviously, in remote production for its resiliency, transporting video over the internet. But you may have some legacy devices in your workflow that only support older formats like RTMP. So Control Hub lets you do conversion between those streams, up in the cloud or in a centralized server, so that you can have a seamless interoperability between all these locations and devices without having to worry about it. So we actually started shipping that just under a month ago, and it's the first time you'll see it at IBC, so that'll be one of our featured demos. The next thing on the list, everybody knows Magewell for their capture devices. A couple of weeks ago, we announced two new ones. They're in our EcoCapture family of ultra-compact, power-efficient capture cards. They're tiny, 22 millimeters by 80, designed for portable and small systems where you don't have full-size PCIe slots or even USB ports available. So the two new ones we just announced are both 4K at 60 frames a second. One has an HDMI interface. One has SDI, whether that's 12 gig single link SDI or quad link 3 gig SDI for legacy 4K products. And those are going to be making their trade show debut at IBC as well. So those are the two things we just announced over the last month. Of course, we've got products that we announced earlier this year that are going to be seen at IBC for the first time in Europe. We've got, one of the first ones is our first Dante-enabled audio product, the ProConvert Audio DX. We brought it out earlier this year. It lets people convert IP audio between Dante, NDI audio, and SRT audio. It can also serve as an on-ramp or off-ramp to audio over IP networks by converting between those formats and analog audio. And it can even serve as a capture device. So the idea was really, it's a cliche, but the Swiss Army knife of IP audio conversion and capture all in one box. So it'll be making its IBC debut. And last but not least on the list, in our live streaming family, we've got upgrades to our Ultra Encode AIO, which is our flagship live media encoder. So, it's incredibly flexible both for IP production and live streaming. It can encode H.264, H.265, NDI-HX2, NDI-HX3, and transport it, across over about a dozen protocols. So we've continued expanding what we can do with that. It does 4K 30 encoding, recording to files, and so forth. So we'll have some new upgrades to it that we're going to be showcasing at IBC for the first time. So, anybody coming to IBC, we're in booth 7.A44. And, I'll be there myself. Hope you can come by, visit, say hi. And Simon and Matt will be at the show too. So we're filming some video. So if you can't make it by the stand, you can always catch up after the fact.
Mike, you've done our job for us. What more can we say?
That's right. Trying to make it easy for everyone.
We will see you in 2 weeks' time. Looking forward to it, Mike. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thanks again, guys.
Take care.
See you, mate.